ready.
Calling to order. Please rise and pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a roll call, please.
President Mayo is absent. Councilman Howell,
Present.
Councilman Sutton,
Here.
Vice President Newbern,
Here.
we have a quorum.
New business, we have ordinance 09-2025, amending the boring permit. Any discussion on that?
I can give you a brief background. So President Mayo had reached out to me indicating that there had been some kind of emergency issue with, I can't remember who, but there might be a need in the future to approve an emergency repair until the next meeting can be had, so as not to interrupt service for the town. So that's all this does, and it's very specific. They have to provide a good faith basis for said emergency. It can't just be a workaround to try to get something pushed through. And then the final decision will be at the next town council meeting, so it's also not final.
Oh, okay.
So it's just to get people through. I wish I remembered which one it was. I think we have the information. But it is subject.
Like he's raising his hand,
My
but
name is Bradley Hutchinson. I own Norman Communications. I'm from North County, Middleport. I was doing work for MediaCom. And it's MediaCom work, and so typically MediaCom hires it out to a sub from up in Michigan. I'm trying to basically be the local guy to do it, and I have them driving me all over. So in this instance, there's a cable that's laying across the road, which obviously is not conducive. And MediaCom, to preserve the integrity of the 911 services that they provide through their network, wanted us to do an emergency for it. So instead of pushing on that, because there was only 4 customers that had voice, they said, for this one, we won't push it, but they did want to make sure that there was some kind of work to be done in the future that, hey, like they do provide dial tone. So if somebody's last line of 911 is through MediaCom, they asked me if I could talk to you guys to basically say, hey, like we do need this in the future.
There you go. And like I said, it is subject to review, because I had to think long-term here. What if, not saying that this is possible with this board, but for years to come, because last time this was amended was, I think, 67. If some company could bribe an official on this board and get something set through, like the president and the vice president, it's still subject to review by the entire council at the next meeting.
Okay.
So cable TV is an emergency.
And that is not my call.
I'm just asking, because I had quite a conversation with them.
So you were in the
Yeah.
I got you. I thought we ended up developing it.
That line was laying across that road, what, Jeff, for 3 weeks?
Yeah,
was it over here?
Yeah.
Legion over there.
Fine, yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was an emergency.
So on that, the issue that it became escalated to an emergency was because there was a glitch in their system that did not show visibility on the MediaCom side for it to get to the construction coordinator. And I don't think you guys want it laying on the road either for liability purposes, if somebody were to trip on it or something like that. So that was a mistake in their system that they will address differently in the future. But because it does provide 911 services, it would be constituted by the state of Indiana at the IURC as an emergency.
Okay.
So if the town says it's not an emergency, then they're not obligated to issue. It doesn't fall under the definition of what. Is it the IURC that oversees that, or is it 811?
The IURC oversees 811. And they define an emergency.
Because I agree, I can see where this can get ridiculously stupid. To where, you know, I mean, I've seen well drillers call in for locates because they call it an emergency well. They bend that rule to the maximum if they can. So who decides if it's an emergency in the town? Is it utility guys or?
So the president or the vice president of the town council.
Okay.
But in the end, it's still gotta go to the board
Yes,
on the next meeting.
yes,
So that could be revoked,
yes,
2 weeks later or whatever.
right.
I don't know, it's a sticky situation because,
I mean, you almost gotta let them install it. I mean, I
Yeah.
get that, but I fully understand.
Well, the thing of it is that line's still out there, okay? They had a crew come out the next morning, dig it up in the ground and put a temporary slice, and they took it off the road, so they temporarily fixed it without being an emergency. You know, when you get called out 7, 8 o'clock at night for a cable TV line,
I fully understand.
and then, the town's gotta pay too, because they gotta pay me to go out.
Right.
Nothing's free. But 811, it's all free.
You know,
You can call and you can get as many locates as you want.
It's free to the caller.
It's free to the caller. And nobody thinks about the cost to the people that have to go out. I mean, we've been out with NIPSCO, called in an emergency locate on a pole. And I've been out there at midnight and the guy's sitting in the van and I said, when the crew coming? No, he said, they're not coming until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thanks. And the abuse can be bad, so. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't have the ability to
Right.
circumvent that if need be. I don't think it's necessarily, but I think you guys as the board have to decide.
But that request the request normally gonna be coming from the town hall?
Yeah.
To whoever it is?
Right.
well, I think, something else with this is that stuff like this is an issue that's gone on for years and years. Cables get run and strung across yards and roads for months and never get buried. Maybe we need to do something in these boring permits. When you do it, it needs to be buried within 24 hours.
I had one like that.
I mean, because this goes on a long time. I'd go back 20, 30 years ago and talk about cable lines laying across driveways and stuff. So maybe that's what we need to do.
I had
If
one,
you're gonna do it, you're gonna bury it all.
I had one in my backyard, sit there for a week or two.
Yeah,
I
mower,
called
get
up the
it.
cable company. I said, you people get out here and bury this. Because if one of my children trip over it in my yard and break an arm, you will see my attorney. Because
Yeah.
it's been long enough. Next day, they had to bury it,
Yeah,
which was ridiculous for me to wait 2 weeks to have.
Well, Nick had asked me to prepare this, so I was just here, but he's sick. So,
I mean, I think we gotta
yeah, do
be
it.
able to do it.
I think maybe
It's not
well, if Nick or Jeff call me and say do it, I do not have a problem doing
Right,
it.
no, I understand.
Yeah,
But you guys, if they call, hopefully somebody's gonna call you and say, okay, what's up with this? Has this been laying on the ground, laying across the road for 4 weeks?
right, exactly. And if then that's the case, I don't know.
Well, and I don't know, yeah, and I don't know. It's such an abused thing, that
Yeah,
emergency thing. I mean, it's abused by a lot of contractors.
Well, it's laying on the ground for 3 or 4
Right.
weeks, what's one more night, you know?
yeah, exactly. I get it.
But I mean, I'm okay with doing this as long as, that's my opinion.
the way it's written, the discretion is with the president.
Okay,
So the locate comes to the office and then we see it's an emergency, on any emergency. We let Nick and or Jeff know,
Yes.
and then they will make the call?
But that's only for a board.
Right, right.
Right,
for
yeah, just for a
Right,
board,
right.
right.
Anything else? Nope. All in favor?
Well, no, oh, just discussion,
How's that?
just discussion.
Was that all this tonight? Excuse me.
Do we approve later on that in the meeting?
Okay.
I didn't put it in the agenda.
And you'll have to amend the agenda for 6:30 to add it.
Motion to adjourn the special meeting?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We got 7 or 8 minutes yet.
Oh, no.
Don't shut up.